My name is Robert Avila, and we're here at Austin Public Access. Brought Michael Garcia out here today, talk about a couple of his projects, and to meet J.R. Rodriguez as well. And welcome, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you today?
Like everybody else, having a busy day.
Of course.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about collaborating, trying to network with people, and make something from nothing.
Sure.
Um, Working with Robert Rodriguez, trying to get on Rebel Without a Crew. Um, Making the word out there, getting the word out there, and showing him that hey, we can make something with nothing, and getting the opportunity to get on this show, getting to meet this guy,
Yeah.
getting to collaborate, and put our work out there.
Well, I think collaboration and network is the only thing that we have. If you don't have anything, but if you have the creativity of the mind, anything can happen.
Absolutely. So you got this feature film that you're working on.
On American. The title is called "On American Soil."
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm going to give you a small description of it. It's about a Mexican American oil rig worker that comes back home and learned that his goddaughter has gone missing while crossing the border illegally. So what he does is he goes into Mexico, recrosses the border, and tries to track her down. Now, the thing that's different about it is that he's an ex-border patrol agent.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows a lot about the other side of being a border patrol
Right.
agent, but he doesn't really know the other side where what do they go through. They go through weather, animal, cartels, all that other stuff that he's never experienced.
Mm-hmm. The hard part.
The hardest part, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for about 10 years. I started writing it in Corpus Christi, Texas. Um, the way that it started is because a long time ago when I traveled to Mexico, and it's one of the true stories that I have in here. I was talking to a man on a bus while I was going to Monterrey, and while having this conversation, he told me he had the intentions of crossing the border illegally. I asked him, well, what's so important to cross? I mean, is it family? Is it you want to chase something new? But it turned out that he's crossing the border illegally because he needed a carburetor for his truck. Because they use that truck to feed his family back in the farm. And I found that interesting because it was like, wow, I mean, I can literally walk across the street to AutoZone and buy a part. This man is willing to cross the border illegally just for a carburetor. So after that, talking to him, that's when I started getting the idea of what if I write a story, of just daily situations that happen that you have to cross the border illegally. And just of course, I tagged on another story, in order to tell it to push that story along. But all the small experiences that this character encounters during the crossing are real situations that has happened in lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been slowly cooking in the back burner, and as the year progresses, I mean, it deals with the immigration issue, which of course today it's a hot issue.
Right.
So every year that something happens, I tend to add it onto the script, and it kind of juicified,
Building up.
yeah, the story and everything until up to this point that I just say, you know what, okay, let's stop right here. I think I have enough of a good story, enough characters
Mm-hmm.
to not just to entertain as a film, but as to let the people, you know, get acquainted with the story and get comfortable with the characters so they can say, hey, I can relate with that character.
Make it an awareness thing.
Yes. Yes. Like I said before, I don't want to entertain the people with this film.
Right.
I want them to walk away saying, wow, how can we fix this? To me, it's because whatever happens, the struggles they go through is what happens on American soil. This doesn't have this doesn't happen in Mexico side. The struggles in order to chase a dream happens on American soil. Right now, we're in the beginning stages of pre-production, so we're gathering our crew, we're gathering our casts. We're about to shoot a trailer for a crowdfunding, which is the first thing to build a budget, and our budget goal is about $100,000. Yeah, I mean, if we can get more, even better, but that's primarily the goal that we're trying to shoot for. We wanted a theatrical release. We want the whole world to see it. Immigration really touches on all types of countries, not just ours.
And it happens everywhere.
And it happens everywhere, yeah. Well, pretty much I want to conclude this interview by saying this. You know, every other films that we go see, it's always a happy ending. It always is. You know, and in this film that I have, there are no happy endings. I mean, you do root on for the character. You know, you start feeling with the character. You emotionalize with it. But once you get to the end, you're like, whoa, wait, what? You know, why? That's the thing that I want people to feel, that there are no happy endings. Yes, in every film there is happy endings, but in real life, there's never a happy ending.
The realism.
The realism of it. Yes, there are for some people, but in reality, it's a continuing issue that it's going to continue going on where nobody gets a happy ending. It doesn't have a happy ending, but it has a very positive message. If pretty much that we work hard at it, and considering the fact that it's not made by a big Hollywood production or millionaires or anything like that, it is made by real people. I mean, we're talking to people that do not have experience, people that are struggling to get what they want to do, like writers, producers, actors. This is a totally rich new film made by regular people. Even the characters in itself, even the characters in the film, they're not pretty looking. They're not, all buff Bruce Willis type. No, it's just people like you and me. Caught in a situation, and what will we do in that situation? First of all, the message I want to send to the audience is I don't want to tell them what they think. Well, I don't want to tell them what to think. I want them to exercise of thinking for themselves. Mm-hmm. What can I do to make things better? I don't want to push a message from me. I want them to exercise that right for them to do that. What can I do? And in order to make the film happen, I mean, it's just collaboration, network, people that are willing to come and work. If we do get the budget, pretty much, hopefully we do get some budget, it will be a paid gig. So we're trying to push that to make it happen also because, people got to eat. But I figure that I'd probably be wasting my time, and even if I send it to a studio, I refuse for it to be on a stack of scripts like everything else. So I'd rather take the challenge and do it myself. Visually is a whole lot better than just giving the script and try to read it. If you can visually see it, like, oh wow, that looks pretty intense. I like the way this and that. Yes, that would attract the reader or a private investor a lot quicker than here.